Good morning, Steph. Following this developing story, 3 people in hospital after a vehicle rollover on the Queensway near the East Mall that happened early this morning. Have a look at this. Now, this was just a few minutes ago as this was being cleared away. Police say it happened around 3:30 this morning on the Queensway, heading east on Atomic Avenue. 3 people, all in their 20s, taken to hospital. A man and a woman both rushed to a trauma center with serious but non-life-threatening injuries. Another woman taken to hospital with minor injuries. Now, we're going to bring you back to a live look at the scene right now. So police briefly shut down those eastbound lanes along the Queensway, but they have since reopened. Here's what's left of the vehicle. It's unclear exactly what happened, though officers say alcohol was not a factor. They are, however, looking at speed. A man in his 30s rushed to a trauma center after a stabbing in the Corso Italia neighborhood. Now, officers called just before 1 this morning after reports of an altercation outside of a bar on St. Clair, just west of Dufferin. Emergency crews arrived, saying they located a man suffering at least 2 stab wounds, was rushed to a trauma center. Right now, there is no update on his condition. Police have not yet released any information on a suspect. Roads in the area are closed off for the investigation. And a man rushed to hospital after a shooting in Scarborough last night. Toronto police called to the parking lot of Markham Road and Steeles just after 10 o'clock. One victim rushed to hospital, but his age has not been released. No suspect information has been released either. Police are asking anyone who may have information in this case to give them a call. Well, after nearly a year and a half of tough lockdown measures, Ontario is relaxing more restrictions for long-term care facilities as of today. So residents can now have gatherings with up to 10 people outdoors and indoor visits with up to 2 visitors and 2 caregivers. Personal care services at nursing homes, they can also resume. 99% of nursing home residents and 84% of staff are fully vaccinated. Officials say more restrictions will be lifted when the province enters into stage 3 of its reopening. So we are just 9 weeks to go before school is back in session, and Ontario's new top doctor calling on teens and young adults to get both shots as soon as possible before those classes resume. Dr. Kieran Moore says vaccine uptake has been lower in younger people than older adults. 68% of adults 18 to 29 and 66% of youth 12 to 17 are partially vaccinated. That's compared to nearly 75% of adults 30 to 49 who have had 1 dose. High vaccination rates are key to in-person classes returning this fall, but full details of the province's reopening plan is still weeks away from being released. So after being shut down for the entire 2020 season, Canada's Wonderland officially reopening to the general public today. So officials have released several health guidelines in place. If you are attending, guests older than 2 have to wear masks indoors and on rides and outdoors where 2-meter physical distancing cannot be maintained. Guests must also make reservations through the park's website or app. And you're also going to have to wait a little bit longer for Splashworks to reopen. It doesn't happen until Monday. Let's bring you to BC now. Stunning new aerial footage is showing just how much damage these wildfires are causing. So look at this. The town of Lytton destroyed. Many homes and buildings in the small village burnt to the ground after the area broke Canadian heat records for 3 days in a row. Over 1,000 people had just minutes to leave their homes after an evacuation order issued a week ago today. Officials say the fire killed at least 2 people, wiped out 90% of the village. Residents will be able to tour the area on Friday. Over 200 fires are still burning across BC, and we're going to hear more from our colleagues out west in the next couple hours. Now, this is being called a historic move. Prime Minister Justin Trudeau has chosen an Indigenous woman to be Canada's next Governor General.
My vision is to work in a way that allows for the freedom of people to express who they are and to build a Canada that is working together, not against each other.
Mary Simon is the first ever Indigenous person to take on the role, is the 30th Governor General of Canada. Simon is also a former ambassador and past president of Canada's National Inuit Organization. Her appointment comes 5 months after former Governor General Julie Payette resigned following toxic workplace allegations. Now, coming up here just after 8 o'clock, we're going to get reaction to Mary Simon's appointment from the current president of the National Inuit Association. All right, we got a busy news day ahead. 6:10 just turned right now. Coming up next, with England playing in the Euro Cup semifinal today. Good day to be in the beer business, but just how many pints will be poured? Apparently, Mike Epple's keeping track. He joins us after the break.